My name is Todd Coleman, and I'm a professor of bioengineering at the University of California, San Diego. And my research group develops applications of human-computer interfaces. More specifically, we spend a lot of time thinking about brain-computer interfaces, and we build interesting applications and signal analysis approaches. And we also build new types of sensors that can unobtrusively monitor the brain. So for example, we build these systems called epidermal electronics, which are very ultra-thin, flexible electrodes that can mount onto the surface of your skin. They can bend with your skin, and they can record biosignals like the electrical rhythms of the brain and wirelessly transmit them to a smartphone or to a computer. At the moment, we've demonstrated the capabilities to pick up a variety of interesting signals, and we're embarking upon a number of collaborations. Quite a few of them are clinical at the moment, so we use our electrodes at the hospital at the University of California, San Diego, where we monitor pregnant moms while they're in labor to monitor things such as the maternal heart rate, the fetal heart rate, uterine contractions, and respiration. In addition, we're using these sensors to monitor the neural activity of the brain of newborn babies, because many babies, especially ones born prematurely, it's increasingly common that they might not only have problems related to their heart and lungs, but they also might suffer from brain injury. And if these are left unkept, there can be big challenges. And the state of the art is such that they use big, clunky sensors that require applying conductive gel and scrubbing the skin, which requires a certified technician who might only work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Secondly, this process of scrubbing the skin, especially for babies, can lead to abrasion or infection. And so we're thinking about replacing that technology with our very ultra-thin epidermal electronics. And in fact, we have an ongoing study doing that right now in partnership with neonatal neurology at San Diego, University of California, San Diego. So we've demonstrated the core capabilities in a paper we published in Science in 2011, and since then we've gone from having this new type of paintbrush to now giving the paintbrush back to the artists to draw interesting new paintings. And so our research group is really primarily, we're trying to be the painter. We're trying to build better paintbrushes on a need-be basis, but to really enable new applications to do things that you could not otherwise. And so the baby monitoring, the pregnancy monitoring, also we have applications in brain-computer interfaces where we put the sensor on the forehead, and we have software, let's say on your iPad or your iPhone. Our software plays these question and answer games with the brain. And we don't require any overt behavioral response. Rather, this is all just from us displaying images to you and monitoring the brain signals that return, and we adapt accordingly. And we're tailoring these applications for clinical sorts of situations. So you can imagine as we age, our ability to react to abrupt changes in the environment begins to go down. But typically we monitor that by just our grandchild telling us that or our spouse telling that. But what if we had a quantitative way to identify that our ability to react to things is beginning to slow down? And so our approach can do just that. And it has implications clinically for things such as age-related dementia, but also Alzheimer's disease, also, believe it or not, schizophrenia, as well as depression. This symptom of mild cognitive impairment is conserved across all of those. And our approach can pick up on brain signatures of attentional modulation that have been known for decades to relate to those scenarios. And the value add, again, is that now we have, rather than the paintbrush being a whole rigid EEG cap with conductive gel, which can typically only be done in an environment like a laboratory or a very constrained environment, imagine now the paintbrush is just now a sensor on the forehead that's ultra thin, which you basically can't even see, and it can wirelessly transmit. And imagine if you could draw the exact same painting that you could before. It's the high-level idea. Well, we're really excited about the potential clinical implications, and so what we do is I'm originally an electrical engineer through my PhD, followed by neuroscience in my postdoctoral studies. So I myself am very interested in applications where sort of neuroscience and the brain wed with technology and the digital age, and beginning to see how these two intersect in interesting areas. And what I like about this approach, this technology, now this is not only preserved to the laboratory, but rather you could do this in a coffee shop now. So what sorts of interesting applications between technology, the digital age, and our increasing understanding of neuroscience and our ability to pick up these brain signals completely unobtrusively, I think we're only limited by our own creativity. So I think there could be many potential applications of this. I think, who knows, this could have implications in some type of gaming environments, entertainment related scenarios where we want to understand your attention and how your attention changes and use that to adapt. There could be many sorts of situations where having a way to unobtrusively monitor brain signals could be exciting. Not to mention people who have deficits, so someone who has a spinal cord injury or another type of way for which it's difficult for them to communicate with the freedom that we have. This could develop new ways for this to serve as a communication prosthesis.